right.
We're live. So I do think we all need to have like a certain thing on that wall right there. We have our own stuff for the cap hat, not like your hat, not a work hat, but like an actual like just for showing each other respect hat.
You are so weird.
Yeah, that's just.
I'm crazy. I'm crazy for this.
Anyways, what is going on, everybody? Frank here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen, coming to you guys live from Cleber's Lounge Shower. We are a couple minutes late, you guys, but we were setting stuff up, listening to Miguel's dumbass ideas, and talking about this past Thursday. For you guys that did get to see the podcast or the live stream, we were at the Craig Tech International headquarters, which also houses Phillips & King's Distribution, Ventura Cigar Company, and I forget the name of their Dejarm clove cigarettes is one, and also they have a health food
oh my goodness,
wing as well that they distribute
Wonder
from there.
Or something like
yeah,
that.
I forget what it's called, but it was really cool to be able to be out there with Michael, and he invited us out there, and we finally got to go and just hang out with him, and then we actually end up hitting two lounges we've never been to before. We hit up Genuine Cigars in Valencia, California, and then we hit up 888 Lounge in Fullerton. Yes, thank you.
How did he know where you were at before you know?
Well, lots of people have heard of 888.
Yeah,
so it's a very nice place to be.
One of the places I want to check.
So
for good reason.
Yeah,
we got to go back. That was nice stuff.
So there's actually 4 cigars that we have a chance to smoke today, or they're all from Ventura Cigars. We have the Brandy of the Master and the Pupil Up. We have the Menendez and the fourth one I totally Manolo. Yes,
Manolo.
Cigars. So the Menendez and the Manolo were made for old school Cuban rollers that Michael looked up to for inspiration on cigars, and he made those 2 for them. And the other 2 were made for Carl Jung, who is one of the foremost Freudian adversaries to the whole field of psychiatry.
Yeah, he had his own theories.
He was
young.
So he was a pupil of Freud, as Michael explained, and then became a master in the field himself. I got a chance to smoke the pupil, so I'm hoping I get to pick the master, because we're actually going to do a blind grab right now, you guys, and pick it. And whichever cigar we don't pick will be sent to the person who shares the most?
Shares the most, yep.
Okay.
So hopefully it's...
I'm already on it, man.
Yeah. He's gonna win right now.
All right, so without looking,
want me to look?
Mitch, you go first.
Oh, you gotta go first?
Oh, why are you looking, bro?
Because I'm not even going to pick right now.
Damn it, Mitch.
I got the master.
All right, Mike. Grab it.
I got the pupil. Nice.
Okay, I got the Manolo Quesada, so that means the Benji Menendez will go to whoever shares it the most. So,
and real quick then, looks like Tim and Isaac, Robert, Moonshine, Peter, Rick, Larry, Rosita, Kevin, Lou, all you guys, how you doing? Hope everyone's having a great night. Getting in before we could get a chance to even start. I love it, guys. Really glad to have you on board tonight.
And I'm actually using a different cut tonight. I'm using my Perfect Cut, a Balmoral cutter. Reason I'm using it is we got to do a unboxing of Luxury Cigar Club last night, Mike, and we recorded it. We didn't get to put it up yet because we recorded like at 2 a.m.
It was literally
yeah. And so there's actually a Balmoral in there that I've never had before, and it's the only one I've never had before, and I'm super stoked to get to smoke it.
Is this the one with the red?
No, I've had that one.
Okay.
It's the other one, the Paso Doble, the blue one. Blue one, I think, cockroach.
Okay.
So I'm really looking forward to that. Mike, I don't know if you want this or not.
No, I'm okay. Thank you, though.
Do have a letter here for you guys. So the Luxury Cigar Club box should be up tomorrow, Mike.
Yeah, it'll be up.
But you guys, if you have not done so, go check out our Ventura Cigar podcast or rewatch the live stream. It was one of our best podcasts I think we've ever done. Michael was such an amazing guy to have on. A lot of you guys already know who he is and what he does for Ventura Cigar Company. And just being in that facility was amazing. Like, I honestly thought it was going to be one building. It's 3 huge buildings. Wow. They have their entire distribution center there. And, you know, their whole philosophy behind their Phillips & King's, which was their main thing, was they wanted it to be a one-stop shop to get you into the premium cigar business. So instead of having, you know, to order 25 boxes from Altadis just to get an order of Monte Cristo in, you could order 1 box from these guys, you know? Oh, wow. And they literally had 2 huge humidors, rows and rows and rows of cigars. And I thought he was going to say, hey, guys, 5 minutes, whatever you guys want, go for it. And that would have been cool. But no, he didn't do that. But, I mean, they had everything. They had Oliva, they had Monte Cristo, they had Alec Bradley. They had acids. They had, obviously the Ventura cigar stuff. Everything you could think of, they had. So it was really cool. Paul, how you doing? Tim, Ventura Cigars, man, fantastic stuff. And their facility was it was top notch. They do yoga Thursdays, so people that work there can do yoga on Thursdays if you want.
Yeah, we stepped out of the podcast outside, and we're gonna go check out the next building. Like, oh, they're getting ready for yoga over there. I was like, huh, yeah, that's pretty classy right there. I like that.
And everyone we met from every department, from the people that run TPE, from the people that do their digital marketing, to the people that run Phillips and Kings, the overall owner of the entire Craig Tech International, to the people that work for the food place, to the people that work for the Jorm, even the people that run the entire warehouse. Super awesome. Wow. So many nice people. That's and cool. You can't even call them a team. You can call them a family, because that's just the way they are from top to bottom. There's no segregation. And, oh, well, we're the vice presidents, or we're the executive, and you guys just pack boxes. And there's none of that over there. I mean, everybody's super nice to each other, and it's really cool to see.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with that. And real quick, though, I also want to say, you said hi to Paul already. Being over there and growing up in Ventura, kind of forget how much business is in that area, especially something so large in the tobacco industry.
Oh,
the largest shipper of tobacco products in the country. And, I mean, that's here in California. That's something that we want to hold on to.
Yeah.
And they're also feeling those struggles with those laws. They're definitely trying to help out their customers. But it's just something to remember, guys. It's not just cigars that they make their business off of. It's all the other products. It's why they're part of TPE. It's why they run TPE. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And they also help take care of these guys who aren't shops or lounges. It's the I forget the word or term he used, but it's basically
head shops.
But there was another word he used for it. It's like BT something another. It was an acronym basically to bring in and get people smoking cigars and then grow from there. Huh. So you have just one small humidor, a little wall one, maybe just a desk one for the time being, to get people to try it and then slowly build your customer base.
I've seen that. Yeah, I have at Pismo Coast Village, where I go camping at. They had like a very small, like maybe 75 count humidor. And that's probably exactly the target market right there.
Mm-hmm. If you see those, it's usually them who send those, because they will send like in that package the entire thing. Oh, they'll send the humidor and say, "Hey,
just ready to go."
Yeah,
that's cool.
I love that idea. Like, hey, you want to sell cigars? There you go. Put them in there, make some money. Certain things don't sell, we can move it around. We can tailor it to your area, to your shop. If you have higher end liquor, we can tailor it to that. If you're a place that has, maybe people buying cases of beer at a normal pace, compare it to that.
Smart.
Yeah, and it was cool. It was definitely, I love the idea. And I got introduced to them when I lived in Ventura. Tim, that's perfect time to get introduced to Ventura Cigar Company, because Ventura is a wonderful town. It's become a little bigger than it used to be, as far as just like being more like LA.
Yeah,
but it's still a great place, I would say.
Yeah, I totally agree. And so Tim lived in Ventura. We lived in Ventura. So that's pretty cool.
I'm tired of not smoking. So
next Saturday we will be in Las Vegas. 3 of us will be in Vegas. Yep. We leave Friday morning. We're gonna get there, check in, change up, and then we're gonna hit it. Miguel and I are still thinking of a battle plan on how we want to attack Vegas. There's basically 2 options. There's the Strip and off the Strip. We try to find some kind of cigar lounge in between here in Vegas, and the only one we found was Ridgecrest. So that's out of the question. But, on the Strip, obviously we got Casa Fuente, we've got Monte Cristo Lounge, we've got Davidoff of Geneva. There's a couple other spots where you can get a cigar and smoke, like in the Paris. So that gives us some good options there. And then, of course, off the Strip, we've got some stuff down in Fremont where we can check it out. We've got all the other ones, Cigar Box Las Vegas, Helios, and Fuego. We've got Las Vegas Cigar Outlet, La Casa. So there's lots and lots of options for Las Vegas when we're out there. So if you guys are going to be out in Vegas next week, and hit us up so we can have a cigar together. I think it'd be a really fun time, guys.
Definitely. Yeah, I remember my first Ventura cigar I got it in a trade. Didn't know there was anyone in Ventura that did anything with cigars. It was a Project 805 Andulo.
Nice.
That was my first one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was actually not bad. It was I was still fairly new to cigar smoking, so it was a little strong for me. But yeah, it was pretty good.
So you guys had the same one. I like that, but I guess I what was it? The heck? I know what it was, and I say this all the time because it was a great experience. Strange Passage, the Strange Passage, the Archetype line.
That's the Mundi.
Yeah.
This Axis Mundi.
Axis Mundi, yeah.
There we go. That's the second one I ever had.
Great cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, I could definitely see why it was on the 25 list. I think 2 years ago now.
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years ago. But yeah, we were over in Fresno at Perfect Blend, and I was just looking at bands. Kind of just saw, hey, this is a cool dragon looking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. I'm gonna smoke it. I'm glad I did because now I smoked every single one of the Archetype line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love the whole thing.
Don't forget, you guys, let us know what you guys are smoking in the comments. If you have something to drink, let us know. I don't know if anybody said what's up to Chris or Isaac or Moonshine yet, or Paul. How you guys doing? Yeah, let us know what you guys smoke in the comments. You guys don't have to be smoking Ventura cigars, of course. But if you are, let us know.
I think you should.
Yeah, let's see what you guys are smoking out there today.
Interesting. The cold draw on this, I'm not gonna lie, it tastes like moss. I was like, ugh.
So like a peatiness, or more of a
like wet earth, not mud, but like
yeah.
like after it rains. That
Yeah.
kind
I see. That's something. Yeah, that's something I dig. That's the difference in that palette right there. It's like,
of don't taste it now though.
not in the actual.
Not once it's lit.
Yeah, just they kind of threw me off because the first thought I thought was like mold. And I was like, no, it's not mold. But I don't know what I would initial draws. I'm trying to pick out that flavor. I've got some woodiness, but there's something else there. I got to puff on it a little more to try and figure that out.
Get a little more in there. I get you. And Kevin is having the edition 25 barber pole. Very nice. I don't think where's that coming from?
It's a Viante.
God damn it, Robert.
TNT vape with an 805 beer. You did well with the 805 beer, and then the first part just not so great.
Lost us, brother.
Not so great.
Yeah.
Lost
Yeah.
us.
In fact, that's what I had over at 888.
Vape, yeah.
Why would I have that?
I don't know.
Do they sell that there, Ricky?
I don't know. You're the one
Do they?
saying you had it.
They have 805 beer, and you know that.
So you had-
that's
You had an 805 and 888.
Yep. That was kind of
A lot of eights.
Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
that's what I was going for.
Quite a mouthful there.
So once we wrapped up with Michael around 1 o'clock or so, we headed out to Anaheim, where we had to do some business out there. That took maybe 10 minutes, and then we looked up a couple of lounges that were in the area, and 888 happened to be about 15 minutes away. So we hopped on the freeway, got stuck in a little bit of traffic, and then finally made our way there, and could not find parking for the life of us. So we ended up having to park about a block and a half away on the street, which was okay. And we walked over, went inside, talked to the guy working by the counter. He let us go in the humidor, walk around. Humidor was a little smaller than I thought. I thought it was going to be a little bit bigger, to be 100% honest. But stuck at work tonight, so no drinks nor smoking for me. Hey, Tim, it's all good, man.
Sorry, man.
It happens. But yeah, and when I first saw it, you first walk in, it's just a small room. There's a couple of seats in the front. They got the walls with all the merchandise on the side, and then a small humidor to the left-hand side, and a door to the right, which you can see through, and it has some lockers. So I thought, okay, just lockers. And so he said, go pick out your cigars. And I ended up picking my Serie V Milano, as I do. Mike, what did you pick?
I had gosh dang it. I don't know exactly what I had because I took a picture of it.
Chris, how you doing?
Was the Hamlet.
The Hamlet.
25th anniversary. There
Yes. Yeah, the Hamlet. That's right.
Really?
Yes.
Rocky Patel, huh?
It was pretty good. I've never had it before, so I was like, I'm here somewhere new. Try something new. Probably because there's other Rocky Patels like butter. I don't know if it's going to be one of my go-tos, but it wasn't bad. I could definitely see myself smoking it again.
Okay, that's good.
Peter's watching the UFC tonight. I totally forgot that was going on. And it's too cold to be smoking. Yeah, outdoors for them, not great.
That
I've been
will
in
happen.
shorts and a t-shirt all day. I don't
Yeah,
feel your pain.
same here. Let's see. Chris has been under the weather for the past few days. Tried smoking an LFD, cat number 6, constant current 1880, and a Trinidad. All tastes like that happens when you're sick, man. That sucks.
Yeah, I've actually got a little bit of a head cold right now, and like most of the day it doesn't bother me, but it's definitely messing with my my taste buds. Like right now I'm pairing this with a Jack and Coke, and I can barely taste it.
I don't know why it took me so long to realize that's what that was. Like, oh, they're coming out with alcoholic soda. No, of course it's a Jack and Coke. It's Coke.
Yeah.
My mind is not in a good
It's super quick, bro.
And then not when it comes to drink puns, apparently.
So we got our cigars, we lit them up, and he said to go ahead and help you guys yourself to the back. So we walked through the little wall of lockers, and this thing opens up. It is long. It's got 2 separate areas in the back. The first one's their bar area, has those nice bar stools and little small tables, TVs everywhere. And in the back, it's a more kind of intimate setting. It has the that shuffleboard thing.
Yeah.
It's got I think what was it a jukebox or something back there?
Jukebox, and I believe there was a pool table as well.
Yeah. So that was more of a hangout spot over there.
Mm-hmm.
The bar was beautiful. It was well stocked. They had a lot of stuff I'd never seen before. They had a lot of the Jim Beam finishes, like they had the cherry cast one. They had the barrel proof. They had a bunch of different ones that I've never seen before. So that was really cool to see. And we ordered our beers. I wasn't going to drink a whole lot because obviously I was driving, so one beer and that was good. And it was nice. There wasn't a whole lot of people there. It's still pretty middle of the day, so I think the crowds come in a little bit later after work, kind of a thing. Definitely enjoyed my time there, and I'd love to get out there for an event. I think it'd be a great time out there.
Yeah, I wish we had more time. I think that would have been nice to be able to hang out a little bit more when people were coming in. But it's one of those situations where we're gonna have to go back. It's just a have to.
I mean, the nice thing is it's not too far away from here, so going back is not out of the question.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Then real quick, Giannis yesterday had himself. There we go. Crown heads, very nice. And shorts t-shirt. Don't rub it in, but I'm not sick. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a win right there.
Yeah.
No, Chris is not going to make Vegas' his trade show had been canceled due to the coronavirus. I understand, brother. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
it's all good.
Yeah, stay safe out there, guys. I know it's going around, and they canceled South by Southwest over it, which was was not expecting that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Which is like one of their huge money makers for that. It's almost their entire economy right there.
Yeah,
I guess that one event brings in everything. So.
What is it? I want to say 10 days now. It's a really long event.
It's a 10-day long event.
Well, it's not just a film festival anymore. They have
it's like a
technology
and
still 10 days. That's a long time.
It's a huge event, and it's a huge economy boost.
Yep.
I mean, it's the same way like why they hold on to having fairs in places, just because here in town everyone's like, oh, the fair's dirty, and they need to lay down some more cement around the edges and whatnot. But it makes a lot of money for the city. It makes a lot of money for the people who work here too.
Yep.
Who work in the fair.
Yeah.
They hire quite a few people. It just really helps. Big events help.
No, absolutely. Ron is having himself a CEO camshaft. Nice choice. And a Sierra Nevada Pale Ale.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Oh, first time viewer. Thank you so much for checking in.
Glad to see you.
Awesome. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoy the show and you come back. For those of you that are new, we go live 3 times a week. We do our first third on Tuesday mornings at 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We do our second third of the week, which is a live streaming and recording of our podcast. That's you can see it live on Thursdays around 2 p.m. usually Pacific Standard Time, but sometimes we vary depending on the guests that we have. And you can always catch that again on Apple, iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, and Stitcher.
There you go.
And soon to be Spotify.
No, it's already on Spotify now and Anchor. I'm switching over our podcast hosting, and I'm not tech with that at all. They sent me what to do, and it didn't work, so I'm redoing it. But I know it's on there now, so that's a good plus.
Okay, cool. And then, of course, Saturday nights like we do now, around 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So You guys catch us live any one of those times, or you guys go to our YouTube channel and check out some of our reviews and videos on there. We just recorded the unboxing of this month's Luxury Cigar Club box, and I got to say it was fantastic. I'm going to spoil these it a little bit, you guys, so hashtag spoilers. I got a beautiful Balmoral in there, and I'm a big Balmoral fan. I've had everyone but this one, and it was a Paso Doble in this really funky size. I'll show you when we're done with the show. And then we also got a Davidoff Nicaragua, the black label one, which is fantastic. So that right there is fantastic. Plus the other stuff that we got in there was just extra icing on top. So thank you so much to the Luxury Cigar Club guys. They do a fantastic job every month. I mean, the way they're able to curate their boxes is just fantastic, in my opinion.
100%. They do some really hard work with that. I would love to see what that platinum tier looks like from time to time, but I never see any of it on social media or anything. So I think the guys who get it, maybe they don't participate in that kind of stuff very often. Or they just don't really, I don't want to show this off.
Every once in a while, you'll see one. And like I said, I believe it was last month or the month before, they got one cigar, and it was one that was wrapped in gold. I think it's like a $350 to $400 cigar.
Oh, the Daniel Martin one?
Yeah.
Nice.
And so that's the one that they got last. It was either, I think I want to say it was last month for their 1 year anniversary.
Wow.
But that's a pretty special cigar right there.
Yeah.
And I mean that's I don't want to say the risk, but that's the gamble you take with the diamond if you're able to get on that list, because it is a closed list. You can't just sign up for it. There has to be a room for you because they only do X amount.
Makes sense.
And you may just get that one super rare, super expensive cigar, or you could get 5 or 6 other valuable cigars, and whether or not you want to smoke them is up to you because you don't know if you'll ever get them again.
I feel like if I paid $150 for one cigar, I'd want it to have some gold included with it. Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, I think it's safe to say that's fair.
Yeah. I mean,
or at least a really nice case, like the unicorn.
Yeah.
From Saka.
There we go. I like that idea. Yeah.
Oh, it's lined with the real unicorn hide.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
How many unicorns had to die for your cigar? Not enough.
We went with our parents to pick up our brothers and sisters today because they went on a trip because they all did really good on their state testing, and so they got to go to this place where they have like the fake surfing wave, and they have a rock wall and all this laser tag stuff. So they had a great time.
That's cool.
But we went to go pick them up so we can have dinner together, and my sister and my brother. My sister was here. I was here. My brother, and my little youngest brother is asking me. Or asked everybody, if you were a superhero, what superhero power would you have? And he asked my little brother, and he goes, I would want to, what did he say? Not fly. Damn, I forget what he said. But he asked my little sister, and she's like, I would be able to make unicorns appear whenever I wanted. She's into unicorns. And then he asked me, I was like, I'd be able to kill any unicorn I wanted. That's just a side story, guys. I thought it was hilarious.
Of course you did that. Oh, my goodness.
It's funny because when you said what your sister had said, I was like, well, I mean, if you're ever in a bind, that's transportation, that's possibly clothing, that's food.
Right.
It works. I mean,
it's monetary value. You could sell the horse, the unicorn.
Cut its horn off.
Very
It's just
true,
a
very
horse
true.
now.
Yeah, there you go.
Brian, Marco, thank you guys for joining us tonight. So after we wrapped up over at 888, we thought, oh man, what can we do now? I know, let's get stuck in traffic. Beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So we got stuck in some great traffic.
Well, you're in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It's a thing to do there.
It was the best, guys. If you ever want to get stuck in some great traffic, go to LA, guys.
They got plenty of it.
Yeah.
So
That's LA's superpower. It can make the traffic appear whenever it wants.
right.
Awesome.
So we were on our way back, and I knew Genuine Cigar was in Valencia. I'd never been there before, but I knew they were there. So I typed in their address, and I got us directions, and I got us there.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to say, the shop's really beautiful.
Yep.
It's a great-looking shop. When you first walk in, it's in a collection of shops, kind of like they have down in Oxnard, and like they're doing at the marketplace over here. It's kind of like that area.
Yep. It's a nice little walking area.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And so you walk in, and when you first walk in, they have a small table on the left-hand side where I guess they do their poker stuff because that's what they were doing. And then they have some seating on the right-hand side, and it kind of wraps around and has some more seating in the private lockers to the side. And along the right-hand wall is all their higher-end, the Opus X and Padron stuff that you can buy by the singles or by the boxes. They have both prices on there for you.
Yep.
And then They had their humidor, and the humidor again, it's not big, it's not huge by any means, but it was well stocked, and I was able to find a cigar that I never had before, the Partolo, I believe it's called.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Apparently, it is someone related to Davidoff started this company and started blending his own cigars. So that's his in with the company, and I thought it was a pretty good cigar. It was reasonably priced at around $13. So for California, you guys, that's not bad. And it was a good robusto size, and I thought it was really good. Come to find out, the guys from that company were there tonight, so we missed them by a day.
That happens so often to us, so it's not even funny. I mean, last time we were in Texas, we missed 2 events from the same trip. In Arizona, we missed 2 events on different days, but still around the same time we were there. Plus, randomly went to an event over at Fox. And then I want to say...
Well, we did catch the... I want to say his name was Brian or Brandon, the rep for La Galera.
Yeah, that's the event I was telling you. We randomly stumbled into his event.
Yeah, well, I knew he was going to be there, to be honest with you, because I had posted, "Oh, where's a good place to go?" On Instagram, and he mentioned, he's like, "Oh, you guys should go to Fox," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And when we went, I was like, "Was I talking to you online?" He's like, "Yeah, I want you guys to come check out my event." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Nice.
It worked.
It did work. It did work. I mean, it took us an extra 40 minutes to get there because our Gurkha rep Shervin couldn't find where to get the tacos at. He took us in 2 circles when he could have taken us in a straight line. But we finally got him. The tacos were good. Thank you, Shervin, for that.
Totally forgot about that.
And so we finally got the tacos. Finally went back to Fox. Had some cigars with him and James and a couple of guys that came up from. One of them came from Tucson, which is like an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
And another guy I think was in Phoenix also.
Yeah, and then didn't we meet some buddies from the show? There, him and his friends. They met us there.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Like out of nowhere. Like, hey, we're gonna be over here too then. And they told us some stories about the Indian reservations, some drunken exploits. Which Samson. Thank you. There we go. And they're running with the law over there, which was a really fun story. Glad it wasn't me. And gosh dang, I want to go back.
Yeah.
I really liked Arizona. It's not going to replace my California anytime soon. I still love being here.
Which Fox did you go to?
Scottsdale? Scottsdale.
That's the one I went to. Apparently, it's a smaller one, but it's pretty nice.
I liked it.
It didn't feel small to me.
It's like a bar with a big humidor like bolted onto it.
Yep.
It's really nice.
That patio, too, outside, that was nice. And I wouldn't say quiet because you got downtown not too far away.
Yep.
I think, like a block or 2 over?
Yeah.
Like that? And you have that.
Damn college kids.
Oh, man. Pretty girls walking around. Ugh, gosh.
Who wants to see that?
Getting in the way of me trying to enjoy my cigar with your prettiness and your just irritating. Anyway, no, that's neither here nor there. But I wanted to back up real quick. I totally forgot what I was going to say. Luxury. There we go. Luxury. That $150 tier. I'm getting 1 cigar. What's the most you guys have spent on 1 cigar right now? I want to say mine's 60.
Mine was 60 for the Purple Rain.
I think
mine was. I think it was 35, 40. I think it was for a
Atabey.
Yeah.
Which is
the first Atabey that I ever bought was actually my number 1 until I bought the Purple Rain at $52. Which I had specifically gone to Cigars Limited because the only people I knew that had them in California. I went in. I was like a truffle pig trying to find them. Couldn't find them. I asked the guys, like, "Oh, they're in the secret compartment." How am I supposed to know, bro? I've never been here.
Why don't you know secret compartment?
I was like, "Where was it?" And it literally was right by my knee. Like, "Oh, right here." Pulls down, reaches out, grabs it, and just like every size of Atabey you could think of. And I was like, "Oh shit!" And I grabbed the Robusto size. No, I grabbed the Toro size. Grabbed it. I looked at it and I was like, "Oh man, it's gonna be really good." Miguel, you should get one. He's like, "Oh, I can't. I'm broke." I was like, "Oh, sucks to be you." But I got 2 of them, so we each got one, and it was really, really good. You guys smoke anything from Ohana? I have not.
I've seen that brand. I have not seen it in a shop yet.
No, can you give me a description, like a label description? What does it look like?
I've seen a red one.
It's got a picture of Lilo and Stitch because it's family.
I think it just said Ohana on it, I think, but I'm not sure.
I have to look into that because I've not heard of them. That is something that's definitely escaped me, but I'm gonna check it out.
And Isaac says $35 for a Padron 1926 80th Maduro is the most he's ever spent. Guys, let us know in the comments about you guys.
Todd.
What's the most expensive cigar you've ever spent? And Todd brings up a really good point.
Unbelievably correct.
Lots and lots of great cigars in that $12 to $15 range. And and even in California, you could find tons of them.
Yeah,
for that range.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like $12, $15 range for us is like 16, 18, 16, 19. But even for us, $12 to $15, there's still really good cigars.
Yep.
Cigars.
So they're actually cheaper in other places.
Yeah, you guys are even better deal than we would.
I wouldn't doubt that's like an $8 to $12 range somewhere else.
Yeah.
But for us, because of the taxes, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike, how you doing?
Is what it is.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Again, I think that goes to show how much people in California love cigars. People that aren't here really complain about our taxes when they do come here. But for us here, we're happy to pay because we love cigars. We love the culture. We love the tradition. We love the ritual.
I'm going to switch that word happy and tolerate.
I'm going to respectfully disagree on that.
I'm not happy to pay it.
I will pay it to help, Trina keep the lights on and the doors open. But at the end of the day, if I could pay, 60% less on my cigars, I would totally do it.
Even like $1 less would be phenomenal.
Just $1 off of every cigar that I buy would be nice.
Ooh, that's an extra cigar a week for me sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so Todd has a sales tax of 6% there. Thanks for rubbing that in.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Show canceled for tonight. No, forget that. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we have a tobacco tax of, I think it's 59. It was 63.
56 and a half, I think now.
56 and a half.
Oh.
And then on top of that, you pay sales tax, which currently in Bakersfield is 8.25.
Fun stuff.
That's not unreasonable either. Sales tax, totally.
Sales tax, I'm fine.
Kevin says $20 for a Fuente between the lines.
Oh, nice.
Ohana M13 is red and it's fire.
That's the one I've probably seen.
Okay.
Ohana M13. All right, I'm gonna try that out.
Now is that like a nod to the Mexican Mafia cigar, M13? I don't know.
Oh, you should stop watching American Me all the time. Stop watching Blood In, Blood Out.
Okay, first of all, I watch Blood In, Blood Out always.
Okay, well,
once a week.
Why do you do that?
That guy was in town. I'm sorry, I missed him.
He was, yeah. The main guy, Nicolo, from Blood In, Blood Out, was in Bakersfield signing autographs. And I was like, that movie's kind of old. It was really good, sure. It was a good movie.
Hell yeah, it was.
I would not pay to go get his autograph. I'm sorry.
Hey, I mean,
I just want to point this out real quick. My ash was holding on really, really well. I just ashed it because I didn't want to ash the table. But I was, if you guys didn't see, I was shaking the crap out of it.
Mine was bending a little bit, and I was just worried it was going to fall on me. So,
yeah, I don't want to ash myself tonight. But last night I had the same cigar, and I smoked the entire thing, and it was just 3 ash chunks. Just boop, boop,
beautiful,
done. It was perfect.
Tom says that he lives in Chicago, and he gets taxed just for walking down the street.
Yeah, we know the feeling.
And Todd says he loves the Davidoff late hour for the low 20s.
Yeah, it's more than that here.
I think it's like 24, 25,
We're looking at
25 bucks, yeah.
But still a great cigar.
Yep.
I would say
Miguel got one gifted to him when we went down to see Saeed over at Cigar Warehouse in LA for an Oliva event. And the guy that was there at the event was just super lubricated with alcohol, just handing out stuff. And Miguel got a...
you ever smoked this? $50. I was like, yeah, I've had that before, man. That's really good. We're going to do it again. And I was like, oh, if I have to. Thanks, buddy. Chris
made a really good point that I totally forgot about. He says he spent $70 for a Cuban Bolivier in Vancouver. Yeah, I did. I bought one cigar, a Cohiba Robusto. I don't remember what it was, but I paid $44 for it after all the taxes and everything. Ooh. But it was like 60-something Canadian. So, yeah, I have done that.
So they wanted you to give them real American money and then the monopoly money?
Yeah.
Or just one or the other?
No. It was, after it's all said and done, their money's worth less than ours. So our money goes further there.
Remember that, Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
I just want to say that out.
Paper goes further than plastic.
Todd says it's Hawaiian themed. That's why I made the Lilo and Stitch joke, by the way. And made by Rick Rodriguez. Okay. He's actually our uncle, not really, but I say that he is every time I meet him. And he was with CAO.
CAO. Yeah, he still is. Yeah.
So they're they're made by him, so that's cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I definitely want to check it out then. The first cigar fest. What was the first cigar thing we had in the city here?
The one that I went to first was Stogie Fest. That was the original one.
Is it Stogie Fest? Okay. Rick was there.
Yeah.
And I got to hang out with him pretty much the whole night. And he's an awesome guy.
Yep.
He gave me like an event-only sampler pack. No names on it, just a whole bunch of like code letters.
That's cool.
And I messaged him afterwards, and I was like, "Hey, what do all these mean?" He's like, "Oh, they're just production numbers. Don't worry about it." And I was like, "Okay." So I smoked them all. They were great, and I've never found.
Like, how am I supposed to find them again?
I've never found them again.
You don't ask those questions. You just smoke them. Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
But he's a great guy, Rick Rodriguez. If you ever get a chance to meet him anywhere, he's constantly traveling with CAO.
Yep. He was the one that blended the CAO Nicaragua, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and that was 2 years ago. The one that they were debuting at IPCPR, and was the main party for the first night. Was all around that cigar. A great cigar.
He's done all the like the camshaft, all of those car themed. Those are all his blends.
I didn't know
the Amazon series, that's his blends.
that. Wonderful.
So
Love
he is
that.
the master blender for CAO, and
I wonder if it was his idea to put the little gear on him too, because that was cool.
yeah,
That was cool.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I did like that.
Real quick, Todd says that the Padron 80th is worth every penny, and he just got a box of Boulevard Bellicoso Finos for
Definitely
under 300. That's a great cigar there.
Good to see.
Tom says, I haven't spent anything crazy because I just started the hobby about 8 months ago. The most I spent was around 18 for a Serie V Milano box pressed. Forgot the size. It was a long one. You probably got the Churchill. If you spend $18 and it was a box press. You'll spend about the same amount or maybe a little bit less if you get the Figurado.
Yeah, got him sick because empty stomach. Yeah, it happens to me all the time, man. Forget to eat, and all of a sudden, I need to sit down for a while.
Yeah,
it is not. It's not you, brother. It's everybody.
it's everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when we were first getting into cigars, we bought a 4-pack sampler of Romeo and Julietas that came with a hard plastic red Romeo and Julieta ashtray that we still have to this day. And I'd already had the 1875, so I wanted to try something else. And I tried their Anejo, which was their black label at the time, the only black label they had in their line at the time. And we were sitting in my old apartment, and Mike was there, and he had something else, and he was doing some work, I think, on the computer or something.
Yeah.
I was sitting down watching TV. I got maybe about an inch in. I looked at it. I set it down. I looked at Miguel. I was like, I'm going to bed. And I was done. I was like, nope.
Yeah, I had a Camacho pre-embargo, and I was sitting outside, and I smoked probably a third of it, and then I had to go do something. I can't remember what, but I stood up, and I immediately got like nausea and like kind of woozy, and I was like, oh man. And this is before I really knew, like, maybe I should have something sweet. Maybe I should have ate something before. It got me bad. I never came back to that cigar. I just left it.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah, I just went and laid down, and I was fine.
Yeah, nah, forget this. No, I'm done the cigar for today.
Oh, Tom had an hour drive after, and it got him sick.
Oh, man.
No.
We actually had a buddy who passed away last year by the name of Jerry.
Rest in peace.
He was a big Opus X and Oliva Serie V fan, not the Blonde, the original.
Right.
He said one of the first Opuses he ever purchased. He was driving, he got super sick, and ended up throwing up. But he said he didn't put his cigar out because it was so good that he kept going and would like throw up every few miles. So
just
that was pretty funny.
Lean out the window, throw up, keep smoking.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, Todd.
Whatever. I'm not willing to admit this very often, but I've done this. Yeah, I threw up, and then I'll go back to sitting down like, time to go back to this cigar.
I will say, ever since that Anejo, I have never really felt the strength of a cigar towards making me sick, with the exception of our first IPCPR, and that was due to sheer volume of cigars. Literally, when we were leaving the show, Mel from M Bombay Cigars handed us the M Cuba, and he's like, "Oh, let's smoke right now." I was like, "Brother, I absolutely cannot smoke this right now. I cannot." And the M Cuba is not a very strong cigar, in my opinion.
Great cigar,
but it's a fantastic cigar. And I knew if I lit it up right there, I was going to put it down in a few minutes, and I would not be able to enjoy it. And it's a great stick, so I took it with me. But yeah, I think because of the sheer volume that we smoked that year at IPCPR, that got to me.
I'm kind of worried that that's what's going to have to be next weekend.
I'm hoping it happens to all of us.
Because my limit that I've done so far, I think, is 5 or 6. And I think anything after that, I mean, I guess as long as I'm maybe drinking something with some sugar in it or eating regularly, then
I mean, honestly, with Friday when we get there, we might have like one or two, then like break for like lunch, and then have another couple, then dinner,
all
then
right.
a couple more, and then call it a night. And the same thing for the next day. Have a couple breakfast, a couple lunch, a couple dinner, and then a couple on a nightcap.
All right.
So I don't think we're gonna be smoking like 4 or 5 in a row.
I think so.
4 or 5. So I think we'll be able to space out like a couple and then a meal, couple and then a meal.
All right.
You know. So I think it'll work out really well.
I'm gonna fasten a device that has 6 cigars on it, and you have to smoke all of them.
Play it like a flute.
It's gonna look like an old fashioned harmonica.
Yeah.
You can't leave until that harmonica's done. All right.
Now I will tell you one of my favorite places to smoke in Vegas, that's in Fremont, is at Binion's, and it is a restaurant. And in the back it has a small like 10-person cigar lounge in it.
Okay.
And they don't sell cigars there, but outside Paul Vato has his shop where you can buy a few cigars and then go in there, order food, order drinks, whatever. And I got a half rack of ribs and fries for like $9-10 or something. And when they brought it, I was like, oh, I only ordered the half rack. Look what that is. And it was like longer than the plate. I was like, wow. And it was really good too. So
food was great. And Todd's absolutely right. Mel's an awesome guy.
Yeah.
The art on those bands is really cool.
Yeah.
Then where are we gonna look like? What? Isaac, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Zamfir?
yeah.
I don't know what that is, man.
Todd, I will disagree with you. I think that the Milano is the better cigar. Don't get me wrong. I love the Serie V. I think it's fantastic in the Lancero size. But I just think that the Milano is edging it out. I just think it's a better cigar in my opinion, and I love them both. So I just happen to be a bigger fan of the Milano.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I like the Milano.
Yeah.
Google him. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google this guy. I'm gonna do it right now. You guys have to show up. I can do this.
Do it. Yeah.
But again, I also hear a lot of people say that the Milano is the stronger cigar, when I think the original is the stronger cigar. So again, that's just going to go to people's different palates, different tastes, and that kind of stuff, different tolerances. So, yeah, that Lancero is fantastic. And a spoiler for those of you that are coming to our taster on the 28th, the Serie V Lancero is a cigar that I picked. So,
Oh, no way! I never would have guessed that.
heads up, spoiler.
Okay.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. A pan flute. That's what I'm talking about.
Handful. Oh my goodness.
So you just have all the cigars, just do it different sizes, and you just bind them together somehow, and you just puff on each one.
Oh my goodness. He's known for playing expanded version that's normally 20 to up to 30 pipes. Oh my goodness. He is the master of the pan flute. I did not know you could become a master of pan flute.
You can.
I think you have to be that good. They just create a master level, and then it's just you.
Yeah.
So he looks like a cool guy. I don't know how much pan flute music I listen to on a regular basis. Maybe about an hour and a half a day. It's about it.
Yeah.
Tops. But
real,
check him out.
quick, Tom chimes in with one cigar that's one of Miguel's all-time favorites. I know I like it. I think Mitch likes it too. Is the My Father La Bijou, especially in that torpedo size. It is fantastic.
Yep. That's good stuff.
Yeah, a lot of the My Father stuff that they do is really, really good. From Firecracker to Churchill size.
There you go. Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
All the same line.
Could we get that? That's...
You could do Mi Querida or
I could not do the chromatic. I don't know about
that.
I couldn't do that.
Well, the Mi Querida would mess you up too. It's pretty stout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Under the blue band, the original Mi
Or
Querida.
the Pissed Off Christoph is another one we get you.
No, I'm not gonna do that either. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll get you a bunch of Sweet Janes, Frankie. We'll just stack them and make them long enough too.
They did the Fratellos too. You could do a Fratello.
They did the Fratello. What was the United one they did?
I think it was just called Firecracker.
Yeah. That'd be an interesting one to do for the supporters group, though.
You're gonna have to do one of these videos because you're like trying to back out of the scuba one. I'm still trying to talk them into it.
What to use to bind them all together?
He's trying to hide from it.
I definitely think you could do like a piece of ribbon, but you'd also have to back it with like cardboard or something, just to give it some stability.
I would just go buy like a box of acids. You know how it comes with the scrap tobacco around it,
Yeah.
and just weave something and just hold it all together with that.
I was thinking a bunch of the Oscar bands and then use the
As
glue.
you burn
Oh,
through
there
it,
you go.
as you
Yeah.
burn through it, it'll burn with it.
Yeah, so it's like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Well,
That would work.
you could just use that excess tobacco too. It wouldn't.
No, I think the leaf by Oscar would work way better.
Have you tried the new Jaime Garcia limited edition? No,
I don't think so.
I don't know if we have it in the shop.
I don't think so.
It's a white box, isn't it? Like an off-white.
I don't know.
If you can help me out with a little
Is
extra
that,
info,
isn't that
because
the original?
no, am I thinking of the original then? Yeah, huh?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever had them. So, yeah, that's a good question.
Definitely something to put on the list, though.
As we started off the show, you guys talking about Ventura cigars. We're smoking one from their line, their newer cigars. Miguel and Mitch are having the newest cigars in their line from the Archetype, the Chapter 4.
This is, oh my goodness, the originals, Fantasy, Dawn of Destiny, and Sacred Scale. This is 4, yeah.
Miguel's having the Pupil, which is their Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrap cigar, and Mitch is having the Master, which I forget what the actual wrapper is.
It's good.
But something that Michael told us that kind of stuck with me is when I asked him about the blends, he didn't really want to talk about the blends. And he said, honestly, to him, the blends don't matter. Obviously, yes, I know what it is. So after he finds it, he can keep making it. But he doesn't say the blends because he doesn't want to be held down to those tobaccos like, oh, well, this is because of this tobacco and that tobacco. He just wants you to taste it and enjoy it, which I thought was really cool. That's just the way he is about his cigars. He doesn't want to get hung up on the blends like, oh, well, I
this
prefer.
is Nicaraguan, so,
Yeah.
it's gonna give me a
I
little
prefer
more power.
a cigar with more Condega and less of the Esteli, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't want to get hung up on that. He just wants you to enjoy the tobacco for what it is.
Interesting.
And I thought that was really cool.
I definitely get that. And it makes sense because sometimes you don't have to worry about what you're smoking. You just want to enjoy whatever it is.
Yeah.
And if you're constantly thinking of all the facts, like, oh, what am I tasting? It might take you out of that.
Yeah, I kind of ride the line with that. There are some that I'm like, I don't really care what this is made of. It's really good.
Yeah.
But there are some where it's like that cigar nerd in me wants to know, okay, what type of tobacco is this? I know it's Nicaraguan, but what does that mean?
Now, see, that goes directly to Aganorsa Leaf and Jeremy Wolfson.
Mm-hmm.
And the way Aganorsa approaches tobacco, they do a tasting that we got to do. I hope you're jealous, Isaac, where they actually have individual pieces of tobacco that you smoke.
So you get like a fuma of just that one.
Yeah, and then you say, you know what? I like this one. I don't really like that one, but I like that one. It's like, okay, we'll keep trying them. I really like this one. He's like, okay, then this is a cigar you should try.
Wow.
And he does it that way.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's actually kind of the polar opposite of not worrying about it. This one's specifically, what tobacco do you like?
Well, I think you get to that point first. You start with that. You got a couple blends together, and then you go from there. Like, okay, now that I know,
once you have a very good portfolio, then you can do that.
Yeah, then you can go. Okay, I don't mind whatever else is in this one, but I like this better than this test sample we have. Maybe we can go back to this some other time. Like, he even had a note in there, like one that he left in his humidor at home, with just a note that says, "Don't like, won't revisit." But then 5 years later, he smoked. It's like, man, this is actually really nice. So just
Now I wonder if it's the age or the blend.
He said it was the aging.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it wasn't ready yet.
Okay.
And the thing that I like also that he said, if you guys don't know Michael, you guys got to follow him. This guy's super interesting.
Okay.
He says, like, he doesn't go out and, like, think about what cigar he's going to have. He just goes to his humidor, and it'll call to him when he's in there. And I thought that, the way he said it was much more elegant and a lot better. But just the way he explained it was really, really cool. And Tom asked about the Man of War from Gurkha. He has a special edition
Gurkha?
Figurado today.
Man of War is not Gurkha.
Or I'm sorry.
No, that's not. Yeah.
That's AJ.
Sorry, AJ. I don't know why I had Gurkha. Oh, because I was talking about Shervin
I think
earlier.
you're thinking of Warlord too.
Oh, it could be Warlord.
Man of Wars were actually the first cigar that I smoked consistently other than Alec Bradley.
Really?
I bought Man of War seconds from Cigars International, and that's all I would smoke when I didn't want something that was, like name brand or, something that I wanted to, like, actually try.
Now, were these ones that you kept in your stocking, like the original ones you had that you told us about?
This is when I started getting into it. I only had a 25 count humidor, so really tiny, and I always fought with humidity issues with it. So sometimes they're really dry, sometimes they're really moist. So, but they were pretty consistent, which is what I liked about them, and the flavor was on point. And I haven't had one in a really long time. Actually, I haven't had any of the Man of Wars at all in a really long time. But they're, from what I remember, they were one of my favorite cigars. Can't say they would be now, since
You've changed.
I've expanded my palate so much since I've started hanging out with you guys. But I would definitely like to revisit sometime, I think.
And Isaac asked about the Uridoshi, which I have not smoked yet, but thanks to Mitch, we do have a couple.
Yep.
And that was a collaboration between
Cigar Dojo and Alec and Bradley.
So not Alec Bradley, but Alec and Bradley. So they're separate.
The sons.
Yeah. Which is super confusing because the company was named after them, and then they went and did their own thing, Alec and Bradley. So
right. Yeah.
No. Mr. Bradley made cigars, and then these two other guys, Alec and Bradley, came along, right?
They should have named their brand Alan Rubin just to mess with their dad. There you go, Dad.
There we go.
Yeah.
But no, I haven't tried it yet. It is in our review humidor, so we will get to it.
Absolutely.
Let's see. I got a box of 10 from Cigar Bit for $35.
Yeah.
Good price. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good price. Yep.
Nice.
10 for $35, $3.50 cigar. Not a bad price.
Can't argue with that. Yeah. That's what I do like about online. And a lot of people are like, don't buy online. Try to support your local. But sometimes you can't always get what you want local. So there's obviously a reason to go online for that.
Yep.
Maybe you're not anywhere near a local. That would be very difficult. I don't want to travel 2 hours to buy a cigar every time. That would be really rough. And sometimes you just want a better deal. I get it. It's not crazy to want a good price.
Yeah.
But if you can also go to your B&Ms and go support them from time to time, that's a great thing to do.
Definitely.
Because you need to, if you want to have those cool events, like we're talking about with the Aganorsa leaf, or how you just went on to Instagram and talked to what's his name? Sorry,
I want to say it was Brian or Brandon. I don't remember.
I want to say Brandon. From
La Galera.
La Galera. You can't really get that if it's all online, but we can use online to bolster the brick and mortar.
Yep.
So it's a best of both worlds kind of scenario, and hopefully it keeps working because the more cigars you can sell, the better deal everyone can get.
Yep.
So
Tom, the reason that most of them probably haven't heard of them is because at first they were a Cigar International or CI exclusive, but they also just do distribution. So some of the local shops, like I know ours, can buy from the same distributor that supplies Cigars International, so they can get those cigars.
Which might be Philippine Kings.
Possibly, yeah.
It'll most likely make sense, yeah.
Yeah. So, we have them in the shop. We don't have all of them. We have very select few of them, but that's why we do, because we buy from the same distributor.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And yeah, that's right. Alec and Bradley with Cigar Dojo for Leap Year.
Right.
And we've had quite a few of the Cigar Dojo collaborations, thanks to Chris Markham. And
appreciate that.
They've been really, really good. So I don't doubt that this one's going to be really good as well.
Yeah.
The Psychedelic Turtle was super cool. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's the one that always pops to mind to me when we talk about those.
That band, and then if you're an Always Sunny fan, there's an episode, nothing to do with it whatsoever, but there's a turtle in space, and it's ridiculous funny. I'm just gonna say that. I can't go into more detail than that because it's really raunchy and stuff. But at the same time, check it out. If you can smoke that cigar while watching that episode, I'd recommend it.
Good night right there. Heck yeah.
Huh.
Heck yeah. But yeah, so if you guys have had any of the new cigars from Ventura Cigars, whether it's the Sacred Scales, the Dawn of Destiny, the Pupil, the Master, the Menendez or the Manolo, let us know in the comments, guys, what you guys thought of them. Or we've had any in the line of Ventura Cigars, the originals, the Project 805s, the Psycho 7s, any of those lines.
Psycho 7 Nicaragua now.
Oh, man, fantastic cigar.
That's good.
And I was like, Michael, where's Indiana's office? He's like, she doesn't have an office here, man. She lives in Nicaragua, and I try to get her here when we can, but she lives down there. I was like, fine. I was gonna leave her a little love letter, but whatever. She doesn't have an office, so it's all good.
It's okay. You can overnight it. We'll be fine.
Yeah. So we didn't get to see her. Unfortunately, she's down in Nicaragua doing her thing. So maybe next time.
Now, did Michael tell you guys the reason I know Michael? One, because he dresses fantastic. I mean, he's probably one of the best dressed men in the cigar.
And he does that every day, man.
Yeah,
his jacket that he wore was. I just told Miguel the other day. I was like, that jacket was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
It was.
But so he the reason I know of him is because when there's a very large event, usually he's there, and he actually does a rolling session
Yeah.
with people, and they do like he shows them how to make one of their cigars, like roll it themselves on a table and then smoke it afterwards.
That's cool.
That's really cool, and that's where I've heard about him. Before I was really following, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. You get to roll your own cigar, and it's the same blend.
I like that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And they had a chance to explain to us there's a dinner out there once a month. They have a club out there, and the amount of stuff he does in the cigar industry is staggering. It really is. I didn't realize how much he does in it, just on a day-to-day basis. All the events he goes to, all the stuff he tries to be a part of, and that's got to be very taxing. Not only that, but then to be such a face to Ventura Cigar Company.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's only taxing if you're not enjoying.
Right. Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously he lives for cigars and tobacco, so he's probably loving every minute of it.
Real quick, guys. Tom, no, we do not own a shop. Eventually, Mitch is going to buy one and he's going to hire us to work it for him. That's down the line, though, like 5-6 months from now.
Right.
But maybe
no,
even 7.
We don't own a shop. When we refer to the shop, we refer to the chain of Cigars and More here in Southern California. Right. You got Cigars and More El Segundo right by LAX, Cigars and More Los Angeles, Cigars and More Valencia, Cigars and More 1 and Cigars and More 2 up here in Bakersfield.
Yeah.
Cigars and More 1 being the original, and Cigars and More 2 and Cigars and More Segundo being the brand new ones that he just opened. So, and when you hear us refer to the shop, we talk about those. Usually we're referring to Cigars and More 1, which is where we do our show on every Tuesday from. Once in a while, we'll do a review or an event for them as well. So when you hear us say the shop, that's what we mean.
Yeah.
We absolutely love working with them. They take care of us, so we try to take care of them.
Oh, yeah.
But we also work with a few other shops when we can. Expose down in San Diego, as well as Lord Puffers down in Escondido, Mardos in Laguna Niguel, Cigars Limited up in Fresno, Las Vegas Cigar out in Las Vegas, obviously.
Cigar Factory Warehouse in Simi.
Yep.
There's a long list of great cigar lounges just in our area.
It's basically just our home lounge.
Yeah.
It's our home shop.
Home base. And they're a really good sponsor of the show. Really do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Trina does a great job for us.
Love Trina. Yep. She's the best.
And Chris says, I have sworn off the Devil's Sight cigar bid. Sampled most of the Rocky Patella Edge line from my local B&M. Really liked them. Got a good deal on the same cigars from Cigar Bid, but tasted terrible. Same bad, but I don't think it was the same quality. That's disappointing.
That's too bad.
A lot of the times too, if you have a chance, give it a little while to acclimate to your humidor.
Definitely.
And your humidity where you're at. If you're somewhere it's super humid, and you don't let them dry out a bit, it's going to be too moist when you smoke it. Or if you're somewhere super dry and you keep them somewhat dry, it's going to not burn. Or it's going to burn too hot.
Plus, with Cigar Bid, they don't ship with Boveda packs or any kind of humidification, so they're going through some shock as they come across. For us, it's across the country.
Yeah.
So, you definitely got to give it at least a week. For me, at least a week, preferably at least 2 before I even dip into it.
Right. It's taking 3, 4, 5 days to get to you?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Hello, Anise. How are you?
Hey, we'll see you Tuesday.
Tom, just out of curiosity, man, if you don't mind sharing, where are you from?
Yeah.
We like to know where everybody's watching from, so let us know.
Yeah.
Isaac, you're probably about 4 blocks away right now, so that's cool.
Yeah, whatever.
You could have hung out with us. It was all good.
Yeah. We're not cool enough. I get it. Yeah. But we don't play enough pan flute yet. Whatever. It's cool.
But if you guys want to let us know where you're from, let us know. Tom, let us know where you're at. We'd love to get suggestions on other lounges to hit up when we travel. So,
oh yeah,
always appreciate that input.
Yeah, there's an unbelievably long list of ones we need to hit up. Different states, different areas. Heck, even not too far from here, ones that we still need to go to. Nothing wrong with adding to that list.
That's right, Chicago. He gets taxed for walking up. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Don't worry, because we still have our breathing tax here. There's thinking about having children tax. Mm-hmm. There's thinking about having children tax, which is even higher.
There's a thinking in general tax.
Yeah. They want to discourage that as much as possible in California.
Yep.
Whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But it's it gets rough. We feel you on that one.
Definitely. Yep.
So overall, Mitch, what was your impression of the cigar? Even though you're a little under the weather.
So I'm not getting a lot of flavor out of it, but that's just me. I'm getting some kind of sweetness, some woody notes. It did stick to my lip, and I kind of cracked the wrapper a little bit.
No.
But other than that, it's been really good. Like, I definitely have to revisit this. And I'm glad you guys have a box because now I know where to steal from.
I've done that before too. I was like late at night here, I think, and I'm pretty sure Frankie didn't catch me because he would have made fun of me for this. But yeah, you get caught like, just dry piece of something on your lip, and then didn't really pulled it away, dropped it on myself, and oh god, burned myself. Didn't actually touch myself at all. I think I just went straight to the ground. But if you would have been here, you would have thought I was having a small stroke or something. Because I just, not a proud moment, but one worth sharing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough, Tom. Having a nice shop, but no lounge. Cigars Amor Los Angeles and Cigars Amor Valencia are both shops only without lounges. Cigars Amor El Segundo, Cigars Amor 2, Cigars Amor 1 have lounges attached to them. So, you know, I understand, you know, you want somewhere to go smoke, especially places that may not have great weather. It does suck, especially when you can't smoke in your house.
But that's the nice thing. We're actually in a private men's lounge right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's less than 30 of us total, but we're getting close to 30 now.
Yeah, well, I think we're at 25.
Yeah.
It would be 26. No, I'm just kidding.
Isaac.
I'm joking. But the more it grows. What? Yes, let's rub it in Nisa's face.
Yeah.
She can't join.
It's a men's only lounge, and it's awesome here. I'm sure you can go through some of the old videos and see, you know, what's here. But I mean, there's couches everywhere. There's snacks. There's beers. There's hard alcohol. You know, we've got private lockers that we can use. Very nice here. Love it here.
Yeah, see, you're spending $20 to stay in that lounge. The club here is $75 a month. So that'd be what, 4 times of going basically to a lounge. And
it pays
you
for
can.
itself. Yeah.
The awesome thing about this is they have the pool table, which is where we're doing the show from right now. We have the dartboard, we have the TVs, we have the fridge. Good internet, so you can do work.
Honestly, the best thing is just the fact that it's 24-hour access.
That's the best part. Once you're a member, you get a gate code, and you put your number in. You can come in anytime you want. We got here last night at like 2 in the morning. Miguel and I, and
yeah, it's nice. We got a roll-up door.
Yep.
I mean, we've got like a private parking lot, so we have bonfires out there where everyone hangs out around the fire pit.
Yeah.
Events once a month.
We have an event once a month. You get usually 1 or 2 cigars, you know, which helps offset that cost that you spend every month, and love it.
Yeah, and the nice thing is this month is my birthday month, and I'm doing an event, so that's cool.
Yes, happy birthday to Frankie again. Yep. My goodness.
So you get what you want.
That's right.
No, it's a great spot to be at. I'm not gonna lie. And if there's anything like that in your guys' area, I definitely recommend checking them out. Maybe becoming a part of them.
And if you guys are ever in the Bakersfield area, you guys want to come check it out, let us know. We're more than happy to meet you down here, have a cigar, come hang out for a little while, and show you what the club's all about.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, we're over the hour.
Are we really?
Yeah, you started late though, so
I'm down to keep going. I don't mind.
Yeah, we'll keep it going for a while.
I am thoroughly enjoying the Pupil. It's a great cigar. A little bit lighter as far as strength profile than the Master, but I would still say a good medium.
Mm-hmm.
Not too light. So I think a lot of guys out there are like, once you get into cigars a little more, when it's those Connecticut's, sometimes they're just too light for you.
Yeah.
The flavor is just not there as much.
Yeah.
But there are some great Connecticut's I still do love. Just a lot of the times I'd prefer something just a little more heft to it, you know? I think this could still be someone who might be still new into it. Maybe just had their first few cigars, could still enjoy this without getting that bad head rush or starting to feel sick to the stomach kind of thing.
Okay.
And you would definitely get a feel for what the Archetype line is like, because it's pretty phenomenal. I'm not going to lie. I'm loving this cigar. And I think, like I said many times, the Archetype line, now we're on the 4th installment, it just keeps getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Just unbelievably great.
Can I vape there? What's the guest pass cost?
$700.
It's a $10 fee for the guest pass, and there's a $5,000 deposit for vapors.
Yep.
So go ahead and wire that in anytime you're ready. Peter, thank you very much. Let us know who's winning, Peter. We're not getting our updates like you usually do.
Oh yeah, the
Who's
fight
winning?
Thing.
Yeah.
But who's the big ticket guy? What's the main fight? I don't even know.
I don't think it's a big fight. I think it's a smaller fight. I think it's a free on Fox or something.
No, is it?
I think so.
Because the last one was. The last one happened on the Wilder Fury night, which they are planning a third one, by the way.
They need to.
They already are. It's happening. I want to say end of this year.
I hope so, because Fury just got destroyed. I mean, Wilder got destroyed, and that was just ridiculous.
I like him. I don't think he's going to win. I don't see round 3 going his way. It just I think
so disappointed in that fight.
Fury knows what he does. He does what he does well, but once you learn that routine, what are you going to do?
Oh, Anise. Oh, top 3 favorite cigars and why? Go. All right, Mike. We'll go one at a time. You'll go one, Mitch, and then me.
Serie V Milano is a wonderful cigar. It's got great coffee notes to it. It's very smooth all the way through. Never any construction issues. Our rep man is wonderful. Great guy. Can I go for my first 2?
No, sure can.
Oh, can't? Okay. All right. Sorry, Mitch. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know what I'm in the middle of here, but I'm not. Don't worry.
I was like, is it Levita?
I was going to, but no. I have to go for my first. Is obviously going to be an Alec Bradley cigar.
Black Market?
I would probably say a Black Market. The original Black Market.
It'll be at the new Roots Eatery.
Okay. For me, it's been my favorite cigar recently for the past year. Nothing against Oliva Serie Milano, which has been my favorite for the past I don't know how many years. But the Viva La Vida, and you can pick any size you want on that, from the Lancero to the Torpedo to the Toro to the Robusto to the Jester. They are all fantastic. It has amazing flavors, amazing smoke output, great draw every time. They know exactly what they're doing right. Blended by AJ Fernandez.
My next, I'm gonna have to go with the Sacred Scales from Ventura Cigar Company. It was in the last editions of the Archetype line. And when I saw that band, I was so excited. When I got to smoke it, blew all my expectations out of the water right there. Absolutely phenomenal cigar. You're gonna show it off? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an awesome box.
Oh my goodness, it is fantastic. And we don't have them. We don't have them at the shop.
Not yet.
And what do you call it? They were gonna have them over at Vintage Havana. We went for their 1 year, but shipping messed up. It was around the time they were having the storms over there. So just things happen, and my God, it's wonderful. Definitely get a hold of them.
Before Mitch goes, Tom, that's a great list. Serie V Milano, My Father Labiju, CEO Brazil. That's a great list.
That's a good one. I like the Brazil.
Yeah.
Definitely good stuff. And thank you, Peter. Yeah, those are some, what do you call it? It is a big event in Vegas. Okay, there we go.
Tom, those are the Sacred Scales. That's the one Miguel was talking about.
Yeah.
Mitch, what's up for you next?
Second is going to be Roma Craft. It's going to actually be the Whiskey Rebellion.
Good call.
Any of them. Those are really good.
Yep.
I think that
Kentucky.
that was one of my first Roma Craft tobacco cigars.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff.
Because they were originally a exclusive, right?
Yes.
For not famous.
Cigar
Was it?
Dojo was introduced one, and they were.
There was a shop as well.
Was it famous?
It might have been famous.
Okay, maybe I was right. Maybe it was famous.
Yeah.
But either way, once it was in the shop, oh my goodness, I don't know how many I've had.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cam, how you doing?
Hey, Cam.
For me, next up would be another one that I got through Luggage Cigar Club. Introduced me to them. Haram and Solomon, the Traveling Man, either Lancero or the Toro. Fantastic cigar. Got a bonus. I talked to Jennifer Nicole over at TPE, who is their U.S. Sales rep, kind of their ambassador for them.
/ amazing event party coordinator.
Yeah, and she's super tall. And me being super short, it was really awkward, but it was still really cool.
She did not put her hands on her knees and look down on us. So
she kneeled down. She's like, "What's up, little fella?" And I was like, "No."
She tussled her hair. Yeah, no.
Yeah, she patted me above the head. Yeah. No. She was really cool. She remembered us from IPCPR, and she actually grabbed me and introduced me to the owners of Haram and Solomon, and that was super cool. I told him how much I loved his cigar, and he's like, "Oh, here." And he gave me a bunch. I was like, "Oh shit, okay, cool, thank you."
Really cool guys. Yeah.
But yeah, the Haram and Solomon Traveling Man. If you like Lanceros, definitely try the Lancero. If you're not a Lancero guy, try another Toro.
Real quick, Aaron, Jessica, and JJ, how you guys doing? Hope you're having a good one. My last on those 3 is gonna have to be the Sinistro Last Cowboy Maduro. I'm not gonna go with the Scholars because they're harder to find, but just the Lancero.
That was going to be my third. Now I got to think of a new one.
Yeah, there you go. Both of you guys right there. I saw that. Saw the looks. And then I also will sneak in Antigua Esteli, Segovia Maduro.
3, fool.
And I'm also going to say, no, I'm just kidding. But, oh my goodness. They've come out with other cigars after the Last Cowboy. I have the Honor Among Thieves, Mr. White Gold Edition, Mr. Candela. They're all fantastic. But that Last Cowboy Maduro, that's like one of my very favorite
Yeah,
cigars.
that is a really good cigar.
That little candela tip to it just
Yep.
really starts the experience off really well. And like you're saying, I believe it is Tom, just getting into it. But if you have a chance to try that one, maybe a little something to drink beforehand, so like or a meal beforehand.
Definitely.
But you're gonna enjoy it, I think.
Yeah.
Very much.
You could try the Natural and the Last Cowboy, as well as Romocraft and Temperance, which are, I believe, to this day, the only two cigars that have been credited on IMDb.
Okay.
Oh my goodness! You know what? No, I'm gonna look around on other movies that have cigars in it and see which other ones are.
No, actually,
Hand rolled.
Alec, no.
Shit, Hand rolled
Well,
probably
that
has
one
some.
too, but one of the Kingsman movies had Alec Bradley Prince Otto's in it.
That doesn't count though. No,
It's credited.
No.
Counts.
So.
doesn't count. I'm counting it. Not counting it though.
Anyways,
All right, Mitch. What's up? What's up third for you, Mitch?
I'm gonna kind of throw a curveball here, and it's gonna be the first cigar that I ever won in a contest.
Nice.
When Steve Saka founded Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust, there was a contest with a website called Developing Palates.
Good stuff. Good guys. Yeah.
And they did basically a contest of every size of the Sombra de Mesa.
Really?
And so I won that, and I got every size of Sombra de Mesa. I think it was like 5. But that was when I was like, wow, this Steve Saka guy knows his shit.
Which he does.
Yeah, and I didn't know any better, but yeah, he blended the Liga Privada number 9. So I mean, he's
just fantastic.
Yeah.
Love that.
Fine pig size is amazing.
So yeah, I would actually say I don't go to it as often as I should, but that Sombra de Mesa is on point. On point. That'd probably be one of my favorites also.
I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, before yours, Isaac says his is the Tabernacle Havana Seed. Tabernacle
The original?
OG, yeah, the original. And then the Intemperance Baca Double XL from Romacraft. Great picks right there.
That's not the Baca.
Wait, what is that?
That's
BA?
Yeah, that's BA.
Intemperance.
Yep.
What is the BA? Where am I?
Badass.
Yeah.
Does it just stand for that?
I don't know.
It's one of their light ones. It's actually the one Skip Martin recommends to everyone to start out with Romacraft.
Okay, there we go.
And then Chris chimes in with his 3 regular production ones are the Puente Hemingway Signature, Sombra Mesa, and the Padron 1964 Natural.
Good.
Yeah.
Picks. During a weigh-in, Israel got on the scale with a unit cigar, or Cuban cigar, or unlit, unit cigar. Gosh damn it, unlit Cuban cigar. And after he got off the scale, he broke it in half. His opponent,
Was from Cuba.
Damn.
That's some psychological warfare right there.
For my third cigar, it's going to be a cigar that I usually buy by the box, and it's one of the only cigars I buy by the box. It's a pricey cigar, but when you take into account the size of the cigar, you're actually getting the value of 2 cigars, because I don't think I've ever smoked a cigar in less than 2 hours. A lot of the time, I get closer to 3. It is, for us here in California, it's an expensive cigar, coming in right now, I think, at $20 at the shop.
Still, too.
And it is hard to find, but it is the Andalusian Bull from La Flor Dominicana. It got #1 cigar a couple years ago, and it was met with a lot of mixed reviews because people didn't like it at first. But once people actually started to smoke it and understand why it got that higher price tag and the score that it got, it is fantastic. I absolutely love it. And it is the #1 cigar that I reach for when I know I'm going to be sitting down and watching a movie or smoking for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that cigar too. Definitely great stuff. What was I gonna say though? I think it's almost at 25 in certain areas in California too. It's going from 20 to 25, and that rarity makes it, I think, just that much better.
Yeah. The nice thing about the shop is anytime they get boxes in, they will put one aside for me so I can purchase one. And Matt joining us on YouTube.
What's up, Matt?
Say, hey guys, just arrived at Vandenberg, which is the Air Force Base, to deliver his daughter's car.
Been driving since 4 in the morning.
Man.
Jeez.
Oh, because he was probably in Phoenix or something,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Wow.
But that, yeah, I think that the Andalusian Bull is just fantastic. So, again, if you're going to make the investment in purchasing it, understand that you're going to need at least a good 2.5 hours to sit down and smoke that cigar. It is a very long cigar, very unique and interesting shape to it, but it is a fantastic smoke.
worth it. Absolutely worth the price point. Worth the time you put into it.
Yeah. The first one I had, I think I got from you guys. I had it during the Super Bowl. And it lasted the whole Super Bowl.
Nice.
So
Isn't it amazing? Yeah. The first one I ever had. Again, we were in that same apartment, and I was sitting down. You were doing work on the computer as you do, and I was not. I was watching TV. I was watching a movie. Starting the movie, and the movie was over. I still had half a cigar to go. I was like, "Wow, this is a long cigar." So yeah, I absolutely love it.
Man, Tom says, I know it's no longer made, but I think the cigar is pretty good. The only place I find it is Benny's in Illinois. It's called Time Flies by Foundry.
I've had that one. That's a great cigar, too. With, like, the holographic silvery band.
Not made anymore? Dang, I didn't know that.
I didn't know it wasn't made.
I didn't know it wasn't made anymore either, but yeah, I've had it.
Yeah, it's good stick.
You guys had Cornelius and Anthony, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The one. Not made anymore either.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw this list of brands that fell off that we missed.
Ministry of Cigars posted. Yeah.
And I saw that. I'm like, well, that's a heartbreaker because I really like that lineup. The Venganza and the Daddy Mac.
Daddy Mac.
Yeah.
Daddy Mac was
The Ariel,
El Cigar,
Senor Sucas.
or Senor Cigars, yeah.
Yeah, they make a lot of great stuff, and that's sad to see them go. So
if you see them around, pick them up because you're going to want them and they're not going to be around forever.
yeah, they're not in production anymore. So unfortunately, but it is what it is. Off the top of your head, Mike, can you think of any other cigars you would definitely recommend?
Yeah, I mean, well, we talked about Mel. Definitely recommend the M Bombay and the M Cuba for sure. Any other Sinistro I recommend. Love it a lot.
Yep. James is a good guy. Coleman's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mentioned it in passing, and then I was told not to talk about it anymore. But the Segovia Maduro from Antigua Esteli is phenomenal. A little stronger, but definitely great stuff.
You know, what I'm surprised you don't mention is the 505.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Romeo Julieta, yeah.
Yep.
505 is wonderful. Again, strong, but wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
That and their San Andreas.
Yeah.
Romeo Julieta has been coming out with stuff that's not in their usual wheelhouse, and they're knocking out the park. So just shows that those old guys can still come out with some new tricks.
Yep.
And I love that.
Definitely. Yep.
Chris Escardias Andy is fantastic. Daddy Mac was great and best name ever. Senor Sucas for Isaac there. And Robert's now on YouTube as well. I will retro for my birthday. Don't you worry.
Retro right now.
And thank you for promoting the YouTube channel.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, my birthday is actually on the 20th. We'll be celebrating in Vegas next weekend. The following weekend, I'll actually be having some alcoholic beverages for my actual birthday. And then the following week after that, we will be here for an event for my birthday and Randy's birthday. We share the same birthday.
Yep.
So basically, March is all about the Bakersfield Gentleman.
One of the Bakersfield jokes.
Yeah, half.
The Bakersfield Gentleman. May is about Miguel.
Sure, why not? We'll go with that for right now. Whatever. You're lucky it's close to your birthday. I wouldn't be so nice. Frankie didn't mention his actual favorite cigar. It is the Backwoods. He loves those. Whatever. Dang it.
Those Sister Sweets, man. I can't get enough.
They're too strong for him.
Oh,
He can't handle that groovy blue. Yeah, it's too strong. Swishers, oh man.
Yeah.
You should see him afterwards. Sick as a dog.
Nub macchiatos.
Ooh, now you're talking. Now you're talking.
Oh god. Oh, that
man.
macchiato. Which I believe is now the double espresso? Or
Yes,
is those
the double
roast?
double roast.
Yeah.
No,
'Cause
so
he-
they changed the name so
Yeah.
people would stop not picking them up.
What do you call it? Trying to trick me into it. No, Single roast or triple roast are the ones from the cafe line from Nub that I really like. Not the double. Not for me.
God, I totally had another cigar I wanted to mention, and then you guys started coming with the backwards crap and totally.
Because you forgot, oh man, I really want another one of those.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, I'm salivating. I want it backwards now. Yeah.
You know, when I first started smoking cigars, I did pick up a couple bags of backwoods when I'd go and shoot out at the local range here. I would smoke those.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's when I first started, though, and I didn't know they weren't, like, premium cigars. They were just a cigar, so.
Hey, they got a place, all right? They still have a place in the market.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to mention. Thanks a lot, guys.
You're welcome. Actually, because I believe Isaac brought it up, Foundation. It's not an expensive cigar, but the Charter Oak Maduro,
Oh, man, that's one of my favorites out of his line.
it's really great, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And here in town, I believe it's $7.
Yeah.
So, yeah, $7.
Yep.
and you really can't beat that in California. I'm sure it's a better price for you guys out there, wherever you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't overlook it. It's really good. It's it might not have that price point that makes it look as fancy as the other guys, but nothing wrong with that once in a while.
Southern Draw, Rosa Sharon, I really enjoyed.
Oh, thank you. There we go.
You got to say the Brimstone.
The Southern Draw Brimstone Jacob's Ladder. Thank you, Mitch.
Okay.
Damn.
It is a fantastic cigar. This, if you're new to cigars, you definitely don't want to try this one on an empty stomach. It is a powerhouse of a cigar. It is probably hands down the strongest cigar I've ever had. But it is fantastic. So if you guys ever get a chance to pick one of those up, I highly recommend doing that. It is such a great cigar, and I love everything Southern Draw does.
Oh, absolutely. Mr. Holt's a great guy.
Yep.
The whole family is awesome. The whole
Cedrus, too.
Yes.
Good stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Funny story about the Cedrus. Up until they came out with the Brimstone, the Cedrus was the strongest cigar they produced.
Yep.
And last year at IPCPR, they were unveiling it early in the morning. And due to a fire, thanks to Drew Estate, they got pushed back an hour.
blame Drew Estate for
And
that.
so we get there, and we're sitting down talking to Mr. Holt and Mr. Hogan, and they handed us one, and we cut it, we lit it up, and they're like, "You ate, right?" I'm like,
What?
"No." Like, oh.
You're in for a bad time.
I will not blame Drew Estates for the fire. I will blame them for my tipsiness the morning before that. Because the first thing we did, we went to Drew Estates that day before, and they had their new line of alcohol ready to go. The guy's like, "Oh, you got to try all these." So he gets a little sip of each one. Okay, here's a mixed drink of each one now, too. Try those. So by the end of it, it was at least like 3, maybe 4 shots worth of alcohol to start the day off. Again, not eating before we get there. Just don't really eat in the morning very often. Oh, my goodness.
Tom, the one you're thinking of is either the Rosa Sharon or the Desert Rose. Both of them use that pink band and are named after his wife. So I would definitely start with the Rosa Sharon. The Desert Rose is, in my opinion, a little bit heftier.
Yeah, it's a little stronger.
So I would definitely start with the Rose, which is the original, and then move to the Desert Rose, which is still both phenomenal cigars.
Can't argue with that.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely
I
great
agree.
stuff.
Yep.
And I think Robert's actually absolutely right. Yeah. So yeah, Frank, you gotta get that fixed. There we go.
Robert, if you're not busy next weekend, bro, meet us out in Vegas.
You didn't read the whole thing.
Meet us out in Vegas.
Unlike Heinz. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I mean, Robert, if you want, meet us out in Vegas next weekend. We're gonna be there Friday, Saturday, coming home early Sunday. So yeah, if you want to, hang out with us out there.
Pro cigar.
Okay. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff on the East Coast. I keep asking when he's gonna come to the West Coast, and it's just not in his rotation right now. So
It's harder to get out here. I get it.
Yeah. Don't have as many lounges here, and
yeah. But if any chance you get a Mr. Holt, he's fantastic.
Yeah.
Even Mr. Glenn Case from Christoph. I don't smoke all that many Christoph cigars, but he is such a great guy.
Yep.
Mr. Rubin from Alec Bradley Cigars is another fantastic guy, super nice. I was actually taken back when we went to go see our at the time rep Jack and get an interview with Lars Teton when he was coming out with his stuff. He introduced us to Mr. Rubin. He's like, "Yeah, I know who these guys are. I watch them." I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Yeah."
That's cool.
I was like, "Oh, that is awesome."
Yeah, that is awesome.
That threw me for a loop right there. I was like, I don't know. You tricking me here? But he's chimed in a few times, and that's a crazy good feeling.
Yeah.
That really does.
Yep.
So, all right. Joshua says he's going to be in Vegas in May, which is good because we might be in Vegas in May around the same time now. Not going to Texas this year.
Yeah, we're not going to make our yearly Texas trip, unfortunately, this year. I'm a little bummed about it, but it is what it is. Some stuff didn't go the way it was supposed to, and they messed with our hotel reservations, so it kind of soured us on the whole thing. And you know what? It's cool. We'll get there next year. We'll make sure everything's the right way next year. But okay, it's cool.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah.
There's always next year. And we had one on here. We tried the CLE Gemastron.
Amstrad?
Amastron. I want to say yes.
That's Honduran tobacco.
I want to say yes. That sounds super
I haven't
familiar.
had it. I haven't had a lot of CLE though, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They'll look into that some
I
more.
don't think so.
Check my
That
notes.
Amstrad is Honduran tobacco. I remember that from my notes.
Nice. That's what's going on because I think I remember reading the notes on it. Usually we get the notes
Mhm.
for what we're smoking. So that's like, I don't know if it was just news or if we actually had a chance to try it out.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make sure. I'll check the notes on that. And Dennis, you guys missed a great event with Shorty Rossi and his Diesel Shorty Cigars.
Dude, I apologize. Your guys' event was today. We did post it onto our site so people could check out events that are coming up. Yeah, we missed an event with you tonight. We missed one with El Segundo yesterday. It's just we had to kind of do what fit the schedule, and we were already going to Anaheim. That's why we went down to Ventura and hit up those other lounges. So, yeah. So I apologize, but we do want to get back out to San Diego and hit you guys up and all that great stuff. But if you guys can, Maduro's in Old Town San Diego. It's actually really cool because it's like the garage to an old house, and it's a nice area. So you guys can go there, and then after you have a cigar or before, you go to Rockin' Baja Lobster. It's one of my favorite places to go when I'm in San Diego, and then they have all those nice little shops around. So you guys can definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And yep. Other than that, guys, I think we got it.
Yeah. You guys, we went about 25, 30 minutes longer than we normally do. So thank you guys for sticking with us.
Appreciate it.
Thank you to Michael and to everybody over at Craig Tech International, Phillips and Kings, and Ventura Cigar Company for an amazing time this past Thursday.
Yeah, that's cool.
Genuine Cigars and 888 for taking care of us when we were out there as well. Thank you for Mitch for being on today, and for all of you guys for tuning in, commenting, sharing, and just helping us keep you guys entertained by talking with us. Really do appreciate that.
Definitely.
Mike, anything else?
No, other than that, check out cigarrights.org. There's a lot of stuff going through the legal systems right now.
Yep.
But we're also still have a couple of good situations happening for us.
Yeah.
So as long as we're all stick together, make it keep going the right way.
There's talks of exemptions coming through, so I mean it might work out for us.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Mitch?
Don't forget to donate to Cigars for Warriors. Without guys and gals like you, they wouldn't be around. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep. All right, guys, that'll do it. Don't forget to check us out Tuesday morning, 11:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for the first third of the week.
Yep.
And then this Thursday, we will actually have Rosita on for DAV Cigars.
Cool.
Looking forward to that. I'm actually a big fan of DAV Cigars. They have a pink band and a black band. They're the only two that I've tried, but I really, really dig them.
Yep.
I think you had the blue and the red.
Yep.
So we'll have to definitely get some more information on those cigars. We'll have her on around 2:00 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Thursday, doing the live podcast. Of course, we'll have it recorded and put it on to the platforms after the show. So
yes,
thank you guys for sticking with us. You guys have been fantastic. We will catch you guys on Tuesday. You guys all have a good one.
Have a good one, guys.
See you.